Chapter 112. Tournament, Finals Part 7. 12th match, Hakuoru vs Xian. It's the last match of the third day at the center of the Colosseum. Hakuoru stands opposite to Xian. Inside the tense atmosphere is Milim, who act like usual, undisturbed. Begin. She shouted. Having become more experienced, she gives the announcement fluently. By the way, Suka doesn't take the referee role, she just does the victory proclamation. Because there is the risk that Suka will interrupt the more serious sword fights, she only gives live reports. Milim, imitating her, doesn't do anything that would disturb the match. She is just happy that she could do something. My worry of her behaving wildly hasn't come true. I'm really thankful it hasn't. Let's pay more attention to the match. The two brandished their swords against each other with a quiet atmosphere. It is not a relentless sword clash like the fight between Benimaru and Sui, they just straightforwardly test each other's offense and defense. It's like a calm, flowing river. However, a sudden downpour made the river surge. Hakuoru yelled out with fighting spirit as he slashed in Xian's direction. But Xian isn't impatient. With a wonderful example of using just enough power to not injure the opponent, she wards off Hakuoru's slash. Hakuoru is still in contrast to Xian, who is always in motion. They give such impression, however this battle completely turned that image around. Just like in the yesterday's battle, Xian obviously had grown. Her fighting method was not the one where she just attacks with all of her strength like she had done until recently. But she has changed into a skilled battling method that stresses the importance of rational tactics. That is combining strength with technique. This means that her power had increased by one level. If going by skill level alone, it didn't match Hakuoru yet, but with both her higher physical strength and skill level supplemented by her instinct, she could fight on par with Hakuoru. No, they're not equal. Xian, who has a flowing sword art, incorporated her irrational Herculean strength. Her technique is still immature if compared to Hakuoru's. In reality, the one who is seriously fighting and was pushed out in this battle was Hakuoru. It seems that Hakuoru's swordsmanship was unable to ward off Xian's sword attack. You have grown, Xian. Never did I expect that with your sword skill you could get this far. Fufafu. I won't act violently for forever, you know. My wish is to reach that high place for sure. With my previous self, I could never be useful for Rimuru-sama. The swords intersect and repel each other. Once more they face each other by taking a distance. It's more than I thought. They began to display the aspect of an advanced swordsman's match. Hakuoru nods in satisfaction after seeing Xian's growth. Sui was the first disciple he took under his wing. He knows his own ability and duties, while abstaining himself from overconfidence. An ideal disciple. Compared to Sui, Benimaru and Xian were very different. No matter how he teaches, they are more about combat rather than theory, and thus, more about strength rather than skill. That was the personality that they carried into their battles. However, Benimaru as the young warrior of the Grays was a boy who had a strong sense of responsibility from the beginning. Therefore, it was good that he was aware that self-conceit could make the people he holds dear hurt. Like that, Benimaru mastered his awareness and responsibility as a general. He has grown more remarkably than what Hakuoru had previously expected. For Hakuoru too, it was truly a joyous thing. But, more than anything for the problem child Xian to become more mature, Hakuoru, although very surprised, was also delighted. For a period of time, Xian's outrage after being resurrected from the maws of death was an intolerable thing. Is her mind unstable? Has her heart gone dark? It was as if her heart had been completely dyed by the violent hatred towards people except her friends. He had also inspected the situation of Yamaijiri special training, but they did not give out the feeling of special training, but of venting their anger. Had Xian's mind gone mad because she died? So he worried. If by some chance Xian turned into someone who causes great harm, he had the resolution to personally deal with her using his sword. However, Xian showed growth. Xian changed again after being reprimanded by Rimuru-sama following the fight with the Holy Knights. In the end, Xian may just be afraid. Afraid of being killed. It wasn't because death is scary, but because she was afraid she would disappear without being any use. It seemed that finding herself not useful and being forgotten by Rimuru-sama is what she is afraid of, more than anything else, by Hakuru's analysis. For that reason, even for a little, she tries to stand out more than others. The cause was also because she was obsessed with foolish things like ranking order. She envied the others. She was afraid that if she was not hogging Rimuru-sama's interest and affection for herself, she would end up forgotten and left behind. The jealousy in her heart is the cause of her recklessness. However, Rimuru-sama will never forget about us. Once she realizes that, the jealousy in her heart will surely disappear. In the end, the sense of being securely watched over by a parent was something that protected Shien's mind. Now, there is no doubt in Shien's swordsmanship. Such a thing told more than any words. If she keeps growing at the same rate as now, the day when her ability surpasses Hakuru doesn't seem far. If that's true, then I can give my undivided attention to the troublesome youths, such as Galbuta and Gribble. So he thinks, while a delightful smile begins to shape. Now, if you're able to stop this sword, I will confer to you the full mastery of my arts. He told Shien, and the training sword once more enters its sheath. The match will be decided by the next strike. To see Shien's growth was a godsend. After this, it is only to enjoy this battle. Hakuru intended to use Batao Jutsu. Shien also noticed it. However, Shien doesn't become scared. Of course, she won't use Batao Jutsu, since her Odaki won't get additional speed when it was drawn. It's not like she wasn't able to do it, but now is not the right time to use it. For Shien and the others, Hakuru was the closest person to a parent for them. He was the only person who had raised them since they were young. That's why, one of Shien's objectives was to be acknowledged by him. And then, after surpassing him, she'll grow. That's what Shien thought. Until recently, the heavy insecurity that had occupied her heart had been completely vanished. She wasn't afraid of death. But, what she feared more than death was to be forgotten. However, it's all right now. Conviction that Rimuru-sama will never forget about her had swept away Shien's insecurity. At the same time as the insecurity was swept away, she realized that it was meaningless to envy others. So, instead of envy, she had surpassed it. Shien had reached the part where she noticed the meaning of surpassing herself, that she's not another person. In that case, she will always keep on growing. At the end of that progress, thanks to their longer lifespan, she could arrive at a perspective that couldn't be attained by short-lived people. When thinking about this, Shien didn't feel any need to be impatient anymore. Shien's growth was accelerated when her insecurity and doubt disappeared. However, it could be called ironic. That is, something that even Shien wasn't unable to notice. The envious sprout that booted inside Shien's heart once again showed some change. At the same time as her insecurity and doubt disappeared, the envious feeling towards others was also dispelled. The outcome of this was that the budding sprout in a surge, turned back into a seed and fell asleep in her innermost heart. And thus, the budding of Shien's feelings of envy ceased. The seed did not vanish when it adapted with the soul, it blended together with the wavelength of her soul, and engraved the beat. Did the envy not bud because her anxiety and doubt disappeared? Or did her anxiety and doubt disappear because she no longer goes mad with jealousy? It was uncertain. Anyway, Shien changed and arrived at the present state. Next, what Hakuru had released was without doubt the Sword Saint's sword draw arts. If someone was able to stop the attack, then there was a good chance of winning. It was the weak point of sword draw. The winner and loser would be decided by this one strike. Shien devoted her entire body and soul and made a posture to prepare against Hakuru's attack. Dim stream slash. Hakuru's figure became indistinct, thin like air. Despite the fact that Shien's perception was not inferior in speed, it was obstructed for a moment, and before she realized it, he had already appeared before her eyes like an optical illusion. The shining blade was flowing as if it would cut through the neck. Hakuru's victory seems to be confirmed. Not yet. War Goddess release. Shien transforms by utilizing the unique skill War Goddess transformation. When the doubt inside Shien disappeared, the skill demonification changed into War Goddess transformation. It's not a skill where someone loses their awareness in rage like a berserker. It's an ability that purely raised physical power. Just like Benimaru's demon flame transformation, it was an ability where they're able to use the properties of their soul body. Xian is in a state where her body's strength was transferred into her soul body without any change. However, it consumes an extreme amount of energy, so it can't be used for a long time. This moment is when the decision concluding this offense and defense is made. With her current self, she can't match Hakuryu. That's why she used all of her ability. Under the effect of unique skill, War Goddess transformation, a fierce and powerful aura overflows from Xian's entire body. All her senses are sharpened at the same time when the power overflowing from Xian can be felt. The current Xian is able to clearly see Hakuryu's dim current slash that could even confuse one's speed perception. Evasion is unnecessary. She will not receive damage from that katana. Xian understood that in an instant. However, Xian chose to respond to it with her greatest technique without hesitation. Chaotic. The apocalypse and genesis of fate, life and death of the universe. Putting her whole will in it, it could even alter the outcome. She twists her body while sending her Adaki from below and intercept Hakuryu's blade. Hakuryu's blade that was aimed to slash at Xian's neck was intercepted by Xian's Adaki. Despite that there wasn't even a chance for it to make it in time, Xian's accelerating sword speed broke common sense and overwrote the result. Light flickers, and a broken edge flew in the air. Xian's Adaki beat and cut Hakuryu's training katana. Xian quickly retracted her blade and swung down with her overhead raised Adaki. A clear voice with high-pitched tone could be heard as Xian's Adaki was stopped by the magic sword Tenma in Milim's hand. Stop! Any more than this is prohibited. This match shall be Xian's victory. Milim proclaimed Xian's victory with an expression as if nothing had happened. Shout of joy wrapped the Colosseum. Milim interrupted the match and stopping Xian's sword. Few people noticed the real situation. But, Hakuryu and Xian simultaneously understood. If she continued her slash, Hakuryu might receive a fatal damage that couldn't be reversed even with regeneration. I'm sorry, Hakuryu. I want you to see my growth, unconsciously. I don't really mind. I also wanted to see your seriousness. No, I've already seen enough. Hakuryu forgives Xian when she apologizes. Towards those two. Oi, you who is called Xian. I will personally teach you next time. You should be pleased. That strike just now was a strike that could even slay Demon Lord, you know. So Milim says. However. No, I need to decline. After all, I'm not that really interested in becoming strong. As one would expect, Xian declined if her opponent is the tyrant Milim, and chose to escape. What did you say? You should take the responsibility for chipping my magic sword Tenma. Milim made a fuss, but if she minds it then she's already lost. Xian made the right choice, resolute on making a speedy escape from the arena. No, it's not chipped, it's only degraded by rust. There is no problem. For becoming an important judge-referee for today, thank you very much. After she said that, Xian started to flee and quickly left that place. Milim had faced that Sehum. She began to laugh as if she gave up on it. Milim's laugh reverberates in the Colosseum. This match's victory goes to Xian. The winner of final match on the third tournament day is Xian. With this, the best 4 people are all present. I was surprised. Xian was able to confront Hakuryu directly, but I was more surprised by her victory. However, what surprised me the most is Milim, who read the situation and intervened. I think that if Milim's intervention didn't come, Hakuryu would be dead. It's good that she intervened. Milim, you really helped me by stopping Xian there, thank you. When I say my thanks. Wahahaha. It was a good thing? However, your subordinate called Xian, that one is growing up. You don't need to be worried about that guy fellow. So she answered with laugh. The thing is, will I also make a live report tomorrow? So she demands from me while inclining her head, a smile on her face. She will not accept the refusal. Glimpse I glance at Suka. Understood. Then Milim-sama, let's us both make a live report together. It seems Suka will not yield in this. Well, whatever. Perhaps something will happen tomorrow. Milim and Suka, I acknowledge that those two would perform the live report for tomorrow's matches. The schedule for the 4th day? The 13th match. Benimaru vs Kobita. The 14th match. Xian vs Diablo. Also, the match to decide the 3rd place. Well, what will happen? We left to go home while thinking about tomorrow's outcome. In the night, the meal with the hero Masayuki that been delayed was achieved. Oh well, it was not such a grandiose thing. Washington, it's nice to meet you, is it fine? I'm the hero Masayuki. While blushing, Masayuki introduces himself as a hero. Yeah. If he still had the original world sense, there's no one who would not be embarrassed when calling oneself a hero. It's just like the feeling of when you're called and made fun as a muscle-brained hero inside the game. And, he called me out when we meet before. At that time, he was still under Yuki's brainwashing, but he remembered that the response can't be taken back. Therefore it seems to have become an unpleasant feeling. After all, I'm a demon lord. As the opponent, I can be considered a boss that needed to be defeated. I think his mental state can be called very complex now. However, such a sick feeling should be cleared if I prepare the meal to eat together. Oh well, although this is not our first meeting, nice to meet you. I'm Demon Lord Rimuru. My real name is Mikami Satoru. I'm a former salaryman. So, I first spoke frankly to ease the mood. It's been a long time since I've spoken that abandoned name, but it flowed more nicely than I thought. By any chance, are you a Japanese person? Oh well, my looks as a pretty girl. It's natural if he doesn't believe it. Well, yes. Shall we talk about it while we eat? I said so and invited him to a meal. Masayuki is deeply moved because of the sushi and udon displayed in front of his eyes. We'll be able to have a decent conversation after the meal. I understand. It's okay if I become Mikami-san's subordinate. Although I still am not said anything yet, he said such words as soon as we finished eating. What did you understand? I completely don't understand. No well. Although I can understand that he's starved for Japanese food. Subordinate, you are. No, it's okay. Because, I don't have any attachments for something like hero. To be frank, it's embarrassing to be called Masayuki. No, actually, I was troubled. How should I resign you know? So he starts talking freely. He told me that he attended college prep schools back in the former world and was also a bright honor student. His secret and hidden hobby was that he liked to read manga and light novels, but thanks to that he had the desire to become a hero, so he complained about this. After that, we talked about various things and explained about each other's circumstances. Well, I only talked a bit. I almost became an expert at listening. It seems he really wanted to talk. He explained lengthily and in great detail. It seems Masayuki was unable to speak what was inside his mind, because his companions worshipped him as if he was a god. With such circumstances, he seemed to have piled up a lot of stress. I also heard about Yuki in detail. Oh well, as I expected. I seemed to have received the thought guidance that was the first stage of brainwashing. I attained some proof. Thought I had doubts if there was complete mind domination, but this was also inside my prediction. It's difficult to perform complete mind domination on several people at the same time. This was what I had reasoned. About will domination, is preferable for useful people that had unique skill, as it is difficult to dominate them since people with ability usually had a strong will. That's why it's necessary to affect them when their ability hasn't reached the mature stage. Still, thought guidance, isn't it? I had memories when I receive it, but it was also the truth that he had helped me. Instead of shameful memories, it could have ended worse. However, thanks to that, I could faint if I try to remember it. As expected, I can't forgive that guy. If he is recognized as hero, then he had mastered the ability as it was. That's also okay, but it seems that the memory is embarrassing. Well, there is nothing that can be done except to forget it. Although, he will faint in agony for a while. In the end, Masayuki promised to cooperate with me. since it's also profitable to get information from him. When he could remember, he would contact me, so for the moment he would continue to stay in my city. Above all, I still had business with his manga memory. He'll become my conversation partner for a while. Thus, the friendship between me and Masayuki was created and I obtained a new companion.